go by the name Desmond Akomiabuatin, and I'm a first year logistics student, and I'm here to present on the definition of critical thinking. Critical thinking is essential for personal growth and social progress. Yet, many people struggle to practice it consistently. Even these who are highly educated, and then difficulty arises from blameless and psychological tendencies. And then again, educational system that emphasized and memorization over analysis, and social pressures, and that reward comfortably. As a result, educational alone do not guarantee critical thinking. Recognizing these barriers is key to fostering more reflective and rational citizens. Thank you.
Good day. My section is on the case for critical thinking. Critical thinking is important for personal and national development. Critical thinking helps people to analyze information rather than relying on aggressions and emotions. In today's world, where misinformation spread very fast, critical thinking helps people to distinguish between facts and figures. Critical thinking is important in education, science, and innovation because it encourages people to solve problems and make informed decisions. According to Richard Paul, critical thinking is not only about memorizing facts, it involves reflective thinking and sound reasoning.
Ever wondered why objective thinking is so hard? Our brains rely on mental shortcuts that could lead to our judgment. Firstly, confirmation bias make us only look for information that prove us right. Second, the availability tracks us into overthinking risk based on a vivid memories, like flying just because we saw a news report on a plane crash. Finally, ranking bias causes us to fixate on very first price of information we hear, even if it's totally unreasonable. Together, these biases warp our logic, proving that our mind isn't ready as rational as we think.
Hello, my name is Ejiwa Patunde, and here I come to talk about the cognitive and psychological barriers that the Dunning Kruger effect, motivated reasoning, and emotional risk. According to Matthew Lickman, cognitive and psychological barriers and obstacles that prevent people from thinking logically, clearly, and objectively. Barriers such as overconfidence, emotional reasoning, personal biases can distort judgment and leads to poor decision making. Lickman believed that these barriers can be overcome through critical thinking, reflective inquiry, and open-minded discussion. He emphasized the importance of careful examining evidence, questioning assumptions, and considering different perspectives. By developing these skills, individuals can become more rational, independent, and capable of making well-informed decisions, both in academic and everyday life.
Hello, my name is Akosiedo Asamari, and today I'll be presenting on educational barriers. These include rote learning, memorization culture, and exam-focused education. Educational systems often become trapped in a memorization culture, where the main goal is achieving high test scores rather than fostering genuine intellectual growth. This results in significant educational barriers such as rote learning, exam-focused education, which in turn steals the development of critical thinking skills. To overcome these pervasive barriers, educators should consult foundational thinkers. For instance, John Dewey, in How We Think, 19. John Dewey argued that effective education should cultivate reflective inquiry rather than mere rote memorization. Shifting away from rote learning requires a firm structural commitment to the principles of critical thinking.
Reasons why educated people find it difficult to think critically is social barrier. There are lots of barriers that prevents these people from thinking critically and independently. They include peer pressure. A lot of children find it difficult to think on their own. They rather listen to their colleagues and their peers rather than to sit down and think about the problem at hand to find solutions to it. Number two, we have social media influence. In this modern Ghana, a lot of people are easily influenced by the media. They go with the popular opinions of the people. They do not check if those opinions have facts. They just go with it because a lot of people believe in it. Number three, we have family and traditional expectations. Our elders in various communities, they expect a lot from us. And one of these expectations is to go with the traditional views of those people. They do not allow us to think independently on our own. They expect us to just go with the norm. This prevents us from thinking critically. The last but not least is fear of rejection. A lot of people suffer from this. They fear being rejected. They fear being criticized by people. So due to this, they do not bring out their thoughts. They even desist from thinking. These are some of the barriers, some of the social barriers that prevent people and even educated people from thinking critically.
Good day, everyone. My topic is why education does not guarantee critical thinking. While education provides knowledge and qualification, it does not automatically make someone a critical thinker. Some people rely too much on their academic credentials, a concept known as credentialism, and assume they are always right. Others may excel in exams but fail to analyze information critically, making them educated non-thinkers. Additionally, a lack of intellectual humility can prevent people from accepting new ideas or admitting their mistakes. Therefore, critical thinking requires more than education. It requires open-mindedness, self-reflection, and the ability to evaluate evidence.
Educational reforms, critical thinking, and social reforms are in reinforcing pathways toward sustainable development by creating inclusive educational system and addressing social inequalities, and societies can build resilient communications capable of meeting present and future challenges. Examples of educational reforms are: 1. Expanding access to quality education; 2. Improving teachers' training. And examples of the critical thinking are: 1. Teaching media and information literacy. 3. When it comes to the social reforms, some of the examples are promoting gender equality and supporting communicating development programs. Thank you.
Critical thinking helps people to make good decisions, solve problems, and understand information better. Even smart and educated people find it difficult because of school system, habit, bias, pressure from others. To become a better critical thinker, one needs to ask questions, think carefully, and learn to use evidence before making decisions.